I. Nah, it's him. The play runner, Big Mike. Mr. Straight Lace, No Chase. Straight like that. Oh, y'all don't even know about my old moniker, huh? The original moniker, man. My loved ones know. The last of the greatest, Fat Max. Yes, he is I. Anyway, how y'all doing today? On this beautiful Thursday. All right, clean my bifocals. I'm half-ass blind. So, man, I came to talk about Kodak Black. So, if y'all remember, when I was first starting this page, and I had some views up, but not a lot, you know what I'm saying? I had a video that had over 100,000 views on it, and it was Kodak Black as a weirdo, and that was my take on his disrespectful views on Lauren London after the passing of the father of her child and her man, you know what I'm saying? And that was spoken from the heart. In that video, you can go back and fact check that I never wished no bad upon the boy. I was talking about discipline and how these young cats just be reckless with their mouth, speaking out of turn. So now let's speed up to now. Kodak Black been in a lot of legal trouble, and he been locked up for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Just got sentenced to some fair time, and he's still fighting some cases. He's still up against it. Everybody don't even know. If you fact check, he still got another gun charge. Gun charges he fighting some federal time, and he also got a sexual assault case that he up against right now too. So what's been coming out the woodworks lately is on his IG page and other news sources is that he's being abused in the facility that he's in. Now, at first, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to tell you this. I done did a lot of time. I did some juvenile time, but as an adult, I done gave the state of California 16 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? Not glorifying it, but I also don't have no regrets in my life. There's, as you see right now, this right here is a change in my life to leave my daughter something to stand on when my days are up and build a brand and get out here. So for me to speak it, I speak it straight lace, no chase, right? I don't wish jail time on my worst enemy. I cannot stand you and want to do harm to you. I still wouldn't wish your life, your freedom in the clutches of the law, because the systematic system is you know, what they call reform is not reform. It's slave ships in the middle of nowhere, slave labor. You can do your whole thing to it. Your whole history and reporting our judicial system and our penitentiary system. We have more penitentiaries than anybody in the whole world. Let's just not say the state of California. The state of California got more penitentiaries than the whole nation. And that's where I spent a lot of my time in the CDC. Before it was the CDRC. They didn't change the name, whatever, whatnot. So what comes out the woodworks is Kodak reached out in a report of him being abused. At first, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, whatever, this, that, and the third. Because I know what goes on behind them walls. Behind them walls is a whole different world. And when you start talking about COs, correctional officers, if you think these police on the streets are dirty, you don't know nothing about doing no time. If you see what's going on in Mississippi right now, with the riots and stuff, that's a whole nother entity. You should know that correctional facilities are corrupt. Corrupt like more anything you've seen in a movie. So I believe Kodak, but I also was looking at, you know, Kodak has some star power. You know, he's staying on the news. You know, but to see his mother, the new developing news is his mother going to visit him and saying he was being transferred to another facility, and allegedly a report, she's saying if her son was to lose his life behind walls, that she would take her own life. That's deep. Now, there's other cats reporting this like, oh yeah, Kodak, you don't get to call your mama, this, that, and the third. Man, hold on, back up, man. There's nothing that a parent won't do for their child. And I done been doing time and had a public defender, and a public defender tell you, man, how your mom, your people's write a letter to the judge. This is when I was young, you know what I'm saying? And try to sway. It's always been, you know, if you ever did some time and been up there, man, you see mothers, you know what I'm saying? Before you see a nut-ass female trying to come see her dude, mom always going to be front there in the row about her baby. You know, there's nothing about a mother's love for a child what she won't do. So my angle on this is I'm not about to bash his mother for what she said about her son. It's deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm also not going to bash that dude for what he's going through. But what I am going to bring to light is I believe him. Y'all do not know the games that police play behind walls, and him having some star power is going to add to it. Plain and simple. Abuse, I believe it. It probably would have never got out there if he didn't have the star power that he has. Plain and simple. Him being transferred to another facility from Florida to Kentucky tells the story inside itself. Why don't y'all stop playing, man? Why don't y'all stop getting online and reporting it? And then a lot of you dudes and did some time or haven't did some time but been in the streets, and your uncles and your homies and did those times. So you speaking from that side of the fence. But I'm speaking from the side of the fence where I've been in there. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you right now, I was doing time in Lancaster, California State Penitentiary before it was a reception center. It was a 3-yard, and the police were up there playing more games and politics than the inmates was in the convicts. No, known fact. At the time I was up there, they had the highest assaults on staff members in the whole state. So where you think that come from? You think people just beating up on the police in there? No, police be in there playing them games. Police in there corrupt. How do you think majority of that dope get in the joint? How do you think all them cell phones getting in the joint? You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and bash the dude about welcome to the real world, this, that, and the third, he already got a taste of the real world. He's locked up. I'm not going to judge you on how you fall down. I'm going to judge you on how you pick yourself up. You done been in the limelight. You was young and lost in the sauce. You can never judge a man. It's a blind leading the blind. You have a millionaire in the age of what? Is he even 21? And he feeding the whole crew, the sniper gang, and they out of control. You know what I'm saying? If anybody been to CYA, that's a whole bunch of kids playing grown man games. Kids have no discretion. And what you gonna tell this kid that's never had a multi-million dollars and put himself in the situation he in now? So now, me knowing what incarceration does to you mentally in the games police play, and I come to speak on this, the proof is in the pudding to show, like, in the whole thing. There's a lot of things going on about a correctional facility right now. And if Kodak Black was a nobody name, he probably wouldn't even got moved. Or the word of how he was being treated behind there wouldn't have got to the streets. Him being moved to another facility, that in itself is telling this tale that something was going wrong where he was at. Plain and simple. Straight like that. What I'm not going to be is like these cats on here and continue to bash the dude because I have a personal opinion of the way he walked and carried himself. That's that man. What he eats don't make me. You know the rest of the same. But at the same time, I'm going to pray for him because it's in our face right now. I don't care if you shuck and jive and do the nay-nay. They still do not care for us. At one time, you was at the height, and now at the bottom, it's ha-ha, kiki. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to ha-ha, kiki, because like I said, straight like this, I do not wish jail time on my worst enemy. And, I hope the best for the cat. I mean that. When I said he needs some discipline, I didn't mean he needed to go to jail. That's my take on it, man. But believe this in this world. The same thing will make you laugh, will make you cry. Straight like that. He is I, now it's him, man. The play runner, Big Mike. I'll holler.